this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. We're here for another one of our Tidy Fridays, and as you can see, I'm chuckling slightly because I have these huge drawers here full of my laces. So these are my lovely drawers that I received from the very kind Marianne. So what I'm trying to do is condense them really into sort of one drawer with all the laces. So if I show you this drawer, which, you know, this is quite orderly, and what I've done is I've already taken a lot of my laces and I've just made these kind of faux like bobbin threading cards, just out of, you know, some scraps of coloured paper there, or card really. And then I've got this drawer where when I first got the drawers, I just kind of chucked things in to be able to actually get them into the position where I wanted them. So all I'm going to do is start going through this scraps box and literally winding these round and kind of sorting out some of these laces and seeing what, you know, what to do with some of these pieces. Sorry, I did just knock the camera there. So yeah, this will probably lead on to some other projects, I suspect, because I think I'm probably going to have such a huge array of laces that we might need to make some things to actually use some up. You know, I'm finding that these videos, they kind of lead on to, oh, well, I can just get rid of that little bit there, you know, by doing this project or that project. So it may be that this is going to lead on, you know, something like that, I think. So we'll just see how we get on. But I'm just going to literally wrap all these round. Now, as you can see in this box, I've got a bit of a sort of assortment really of lace and ribbon and, yeah, various different things. So I probably need to kind of actually go through and sort it properly so that this drawer here, you know, the sorted one, is definitely just for the laces. Now, the reason I'm trying to do this is because I've got plans for what I would like to do or how I would like to use this drawer. So this was one of the drawers that I hadn't yet organised. I have organised some of them, you know, nicely, but this was one of the ones that I hadn't organised yet. So yeah, I've got, well, I've got a rough plan of what I'd like to use it for. Whether or not it will actually work for what I've got in mind, I don't know, but we'll see. You know, it's always good to try. Now this is just curling round as I'm winding this, so this is not great. But I mean, as you can see, there's like a ton of lace just even here on this little piece. So it's getting fatter and fatter, which obviously then means it's going to be tricky to store in the drawer. So I hope I'm not going to have that situation with too many of these pieces in this box, because otherwise we're going to run into trouble. So just go, yeah, just take that round. I mean, to be honest, I'm not too worried if it's still twisted, because of course when I come to use it, I can always untwist it. What I probably should have done was actually ironed it, because I think this was some that my friend who I used to work with, she gifted me. And I just washed it, and that was kind of as far as I got. So that just squashes now into there, like that. So see what else I've got that's quite simple and straightforward. So I've got these flowers, which are attached currently to this blue. Oops. So I can tear them off from the blue, and then I have beautiful flower trims ready to use. I mean, just for me personally, I'm more likely to use them as the flowers rather than on the blue. Again, you know, this is probably quite handy stuff, but do I want to keep this? Because obviously, you know, my scraps are just getting worse and worse. So I probably should be quite ruthless and kind of get rid of this. But yeah, I have now a tendency to want to hang on to this as well, which, as you can see, I've actually got quite a lot of it because I've already torn the flowers off some of it. Right, so I have this tiny piece. Clearly don't need that, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so perhaps I'll just wind a couple of these around here, because I'm thinking these might be quite nice to make bows or closures, or, you know, tabs on tags and things like that. So honestly, I need to start being more ruthless, because at this rate I'm not going to actually clear anything, am I? Yeah, it's slow progress. Yeah, I definitely need to be stronger with what I'm doing, I think. So, okay, let's just do that one. And then we'll just go around with another, whoops, another piece. Again, it's a bit twisted, but whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this one's really twisted. Okay. There we go. I mean, really, yeah, I'm just looking to get them, you know, these bits condensed really into one drawer rather than multiple drawers. And, you know, it may be that some of these things might have to go somewhere else altogether. But I'm really just looking to free up this drawer because I don't think, you know, I've used it at all in the best way. So we just, you know, that's all I'm really trying to do, my mission. So there we go. Get that done. Okay, now tuck that in the corner here. Right, I've got this weird and wonderful tassely stuff. So again, I mean, this is super fun to use. It's not really a lace, so it doesn't really belong in here. But I don't necessarily know where to put it. I'm going to put these to one side because I've got a small drawer that I keep for flower trims. This, as you can see, is some really pretty fabric. I think this might have been off of a sleeve. Again, doesn't really belong in the lace drawer because although it's got the lace trim, it's obviously got other as well. So I'm going to kind of fold these bits to one side so that I put them somewhere else. So these lace pieces here, I think I've got a few of these if I remember rightly. So what I can do is kind of join them like that, hopefully. A few of them, wind them around the card like that, and then I wonder if I've got any more of this because I'm just trying to keep like with like, so you know I have it all wound round on the same card. Now I can't see any more, so that can go tucked in there. Okay, so I've now got this one here. Now this is that really sweet little ribbon lace, you know, where you can thread the ribbon through. So this one, for instance, has got the ribbon threaded through already, but I've got, oh, that's on another piece of lace. Okay, so I'm going to put these ones that sort of have more to them, I'm going to put them again to the side that they will hopefully go somewhere else. So let's just put those all to one side. And that's another piece that's kind of, you know, deep and quite wide. So because they're just not going to go neatly in this little tray here. So yeah, I've got quite a few of those. So let me put this down. Again, I think this was from the same batch from my friend who I used to work with. So is that, yeah, again, another gathered piece. There's some black lace there, which is actually attached on velvet. So again, I'm going to put that over there because it's not just straightforward lace there. Oh, I've got some embroidery. That's really pretty. More lace. You see, you even forget, you know, what you even have, I think. So this is a really good exercise. So because I obviously had put this all in here when I first got it, and you know, I've used obviously some odds and ends, but I've got an awful lot here that I've not really, you know, used for a while. So it's quite a good exercise to go through this. So this is really nice, and actually this would even work great just as like a base for a snippet roll or something. Oh gosh, I've got loads of this black with the velvet, haven't I? I didn't realise I had so much of that. So yeah, I mean, once we've taken that out, actually the box is much emptier. So what else? Oh, that's some more with the black with the velvet. And this piece, it's not really wide, so what have we got? Just got like a little scrappy piece there. This, I mean, to be honest, I can just tuck this down the side of my drawers here, or my drawer, without putting it on a, you know, one of these cardboard things, because it's quite neat and tidy anyway. So just putting all these bits. Again, this is a really wide piece, so I'm not going to put that in this drawer. I'll put it to the one side. That's really wide, so again, that's going to go, you know, and I'll put it somewhere else. So, okay. Right, I've got some of that fabric that was left from my daughter's dress. That's really old because I'd used that a long time ago on a journal. More of that black velvet with the lace. My gosh, there's a lot of that, isn't there? Yeah, there really is a lot of that. Okay, so hopefully we can do some things with this stuff, you know, soon. So, okay, get rid of that. Okay, so I've whittled this down quite a bit now. So I've got a few bits, obviously, that have got the ribbon already threaded through the lace pieces. So what I might do is put them on one card. I love this type of lace with the ribbon threaded through, and I have no idea why, but for some reason it reminds me of Cinderella. Don't ask me why. There might be, you know, there maybe is a connection. Maybe Cinderella had something, wore something with ribbon like this, or lace like this, I don't know. But whenever I see it, it just reminds me of her. So yeah, I have no idea where that's come from. But for some reason, that's what it always brings to mind. So, okay, so have we got all of it with the ribbon threaded through now? I think we have. Yeah, I think we have. So I'm going to tuck this down into my drawers. And then this one is where we're going to start putting the lace that hasn't really been threaded. Now, for some reason, this one looks really scruffy. So I'm going to put this over here, I think, to do some other things. Oh, so does that. That's different lace. Okay. Because most of this I washed and ironed. So I'm wondering if some of those bits are some that I've not ironed. So again, I'm just going to tuck this down without a little card, I think. Okay, pop that down in to the side. And then this one, we can just wrap this lace here. Oops, I seem to have lots of lengths of this, but they're all quite short if I recall. So we'll just wrap that round there. And that one. Okie dokie. And then, oops, a bit more here. Okay. And then this one here. Oops, okay, right. Well, that box is certainly a lot better, so that's really good. So I'm going to tuck this in here. This one again is a scrap, this is a scrap, so I'm going to just put those there. There's a little scrap. Now these are all ribbons, obviously, as you can see. Now I tend to keep my ribbons actually in a plastic container, so I can put all of these bits in with the plastic container. I've got this, which is just some of that nice fabric trim, like an upholstery kind of trim. So again, I'm just going to kind of wind that round and just tuck that, you know, down the corner of my drawer. So like that. This, I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't really use this now. And this, yeah, I don't think I would really use this either. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, might have to donate this. Now, let's just have a look. Oops, it's quite frayed in places. Not too bad though. So just kind of unwind it so it's not so gathered up. So what I'm going to do is just tie this round like this. Okay. And then I think what I'll do is just tie this off with some of my white raffia stuff. So like that. Okay, so tie that round. Wow, that took no time at all. It's like 14 minutes and we've done all that whole drawer. So yeah, I'd put it off for all that time, but actually it was fine. So then I've got this one here, which again, I'm just going to wrap that round and tie a bow in there as well. Okie dokie. Right, so there's those two. Because what I'm going to do is keep these bits and pieces to start making some piles for either Happy Mail or, you know, when people buy like a journal or anything, I like to always enclose a few little goodies. So I can enclose things like this. So I'm just going to put them to one side. Oops, like that out the way. And then I can, you know, keep them on hand to obviously gift to people. Have a washer there, no idea what that's from, so I'm just going to bin that. Let's hope it wasn't something important that I really needed. And then I've got all these ribbons. Now this one, I thought perhaps that was elastic, but it's not actually. Again, I mean, I don't really need to keep them all, but it just seems too wasteful to throw them out. So got a little flower there that I obviously made a while ago and needs finishing off. So I'm going to put that to one side. Right, let me now pull in my plastic ribbons box and then I can just put all these in there. Okay, so this is where I keep my ribbons at the moment. Again, I will probably do these on a Tidy Friday as well, because I suspect I have got a lot of ribbons that I don't now need, and also, you know, could probably find a better way to store these as well. So at the moment, I'm just shifting them into there, because that's nice and quick and easy, and then I don't have to think about that anymore. And I have now freed up this drawer. So let's put the drawers back. So put that one back in there. Now I've also got this box, which, you know, waste not, want not. I'm not sure I quite want to do away with this box yet, so we'll see. And I'm just going to put this one back where it belonged, in the drawers. So I feel really good now because I've got a complete, really useful drawer now, stuffed full of laces, and they're all really organised and neat. I've got the empty drawer now that I can actually utilise in a better way. So this box here, what I'm thinking is, I've got a massive pile down beside me, oh, well, of all sorts of things. So really, it's a kind of whole nother episode, really. But we could start sorting through that pile. And what I'm thinking is maybe keeping this box to use for papers I'm going to use for collaging. I've got my little scraps bin, obviously. So my little scraps container here. This is the one that I'm keeping beside my desk. It's very handy and it's only small scraps. This one here, I'm thinking I could keep all of my bigger bits that I use for collage, because actually it's quite big and fits obviously the A4 page. I mean, it's slightly small, but not too bad. So this is a whole bundle of papers that are all printed on copy paper. Not that one. All printed on copy paper. So they're all quite ideal for using for collage. I've also got this, which again is quite handy for collage. And yep, not that piece, I don't think. Got some more here to the side of me. Okay. So these are from a video that I did a little while back, where we made some collage pieces. These are just my leftover pieces that I didn't use that day. So I could keep all of this with bigger pieces that I can use for collage. So I think that's probably the best way to utilise this. Just having another look down beside me, seeing whether I've got, any other pieces of paper that are sort of semi-torn. Because of course I have all sorts of pages that I've partially used, so I'm just seeing whether I've got any more that I could put in there. I can't see any more at the moment. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I mean, as I say, I have got that big pile of stuff, to be honest, beside me, which needs going through as well, but that would probably take up a lot of time, so we probably can't squash that in to this episode. So this particular box now, I'm now hunting for a space for this one, but I'm thinking I could put this maybe underneath my drawers if it will fit. So I'm just going to have a look behind me and just see whether that will slide onto the floor underneath the drawers. So I've already got some envelopes under there, so it may be a bit of a tight squeeze. Right, in the process of trying to put that box underneath the drawers, all this stuff was underneath the drawers already, because obviously when I got the new drawers, I couldn't wait to put them in place, but I already had a bunch of stuff there. So I kind of just rapidly, you know, bundled things up and put them however I could. So yeah, I had a whole bunch of stuff there on the floor underneath the drawers. So this is all of that stuff. I have unfinished projects, I have more scraps of paper and all sorts of things. Yep. So let's just quickly go through some of this and again tidy this up. So these are lots of coffee dye pieces. What's this? This is well, it was some vintage art print. I could just take this and make like a scrappy pad from that, I guess. So let's just cut that down here. And then I'm going to be ruthless. I'm going to bin this other piece because clearly, you know, what am I going to do with that? So let's get rid of that. Now, these are, again, scraps of paper, which, you know, have probably seen better days now. They've all been screwed up and left on the floor. More flowers. I mean, I am quite embarrassed, to be honest. A little tag, which obviously needed finishing. So, I mean, these are kind of unfinished projects really here. So I'm just putting these kind of in one stash. I've got some Tim Holtz people. I should put those in my ephemera box. Right, let me keep that to one side. These need obviously cutting down, so I'll just put those to one side. I've got a little journaling card there. It's again seen better days, so yeah, probably not great. Right, what should I do with all of this stuff? That's the question. So let's just keep all of these bits to one side for a minute. Got book page here, so I'll just put those with my book pages. Oh, some lace, put those to one side. Oh, a flower, so I can put that back in my flower box here. Oh, these are some of my pages of my, oh, my mind's gone blank, I can't remember the name now. Some more gorgeous lace trim. This is that lovely bridal trim, so I put that again on the fabric pile. Again, she can go in my ephemera folder. What's this? Oh, just a post-it with nothing on it. Okay, a flower, some doily, I'll put that in the tray there. Some tickets needing to be cut out. So I'll put all the things that need sort of cutting out and, you know, extra work doing in this pile here. So I obviously kept that because I thought that was nice, but I'm going to put that in the collage box, I think. Again, that's probably just in need of inking, to be honest. So I can put that here. Oh, things needing cutting out. Again, needing finishing. Oh, I had some vellum there. So let's put that to one side. Another project for finishing. Okay, some more things needing finishing and more things needing finishing. Oh, some paper there that I can make some pads and things from. So let's put that up there. Yep, that was obviously going to be some sort of flips. So again, I guess an unfinished project. Oh, lots of banners and things here. So, well, I don't really need those, to be honest. So I'm going to bin those. Let's be good and bin some stuff. Oh, this was an old magazine, not a magazine, sorry, a book. Which again, I coffee dyed this when I first got into doing journals, and as you can see, I really screwed it up. Tight, because I thought that that was kind of how you had to coffee dye. Obviously I've worked out that you don't really need to do that now, so yeah, that's why this is kind of all screwed up. So I might just be really good and get rid of that, because again, I've got so much stuff. I must, you know, I must be good. If it's not going to be really helpful, I must get rid of things. Okay, more projects for finishing. Oh, here's some of my sheet music, which I've kind of just gessoed. 2 sheets of that. I'm going to put that on the floor beside me. Oh, some more vellum here. Oh, and more vellum. Obviously with having a vellum printing day. Oh, this is my entire kit, look, of my Valley. Oh, I'm always forgetting the name. Oh, Snowdrop Valley. Teardrop Valley, Snowdrop Valley. So that's all that same paper line, so I can put that all together. Obviously, I think I did a launch video for that and was going to come back and obviously work with it, and then I just haven't really got around to that. So this, what I need to do is keep together in one place. So I'm going to put that down beside me for the moment while I do that. Flower here, again, I can put that in my ephemera box that then, you know, gets pulled out to the desk. I've got more vellum here. Oh, some pretty acetate there that I've stamped. Oh, these are for birthday cards. That can go because it's just copy paper anyway. Okay, some more of my Highgate Park papers. So again, just put those to one side. And then here I've got some more of that, what do you call it? Rambler's Notes. This obviously needs cutting out and doing things with, but actually I obviously mucked this up and printed it on both sides. So I might just put this straight in my collage box because as it's printed on both sides and kind of not the same thing, it's now a bit useless as a standalone piece, if you see what I mean. So same with that, I'm going to put that in for the collage papers. Put those, so all the full papers I'm just putting down to one side, but all the ones that I could use for collage I'm just popping into the box here. So I'm going to bin that because it's just kind of a standalone stamp now, which probably won't be doing anymore. So this was some book page which I'd circled all the words that were going to be nice and I could, you know, cut out like amazing and things. But I'm going to bin that because, again, I don't really need that. That's for cutting. That's for cutting. Oh, more of that book page. More stamps there for birthday cards. Put those to one side. Another finishing off project. Oh, look, some mountain foam for stamps. Another finishing off project. Little flippy. So that just needs kind of glue in. A little envelope. Well, more stars for cards. I really find the wooden stars really useful for boys' cards. That's why I've got so many of them. So this is some acetate, which I probably kept that just to stamp on. So just some cards. So I could just keep that to one side. That, what is this? A little flippy. Oh, more acetate for stamping. This was a misprint, you know, when your printer's running out of ink. So I'm going to get rid of that because, of course, I kept it at the time, but that's just, you know, ridiculous. So these are some, obviously, greetings cards, Christmas card blanks, which, again, I kept them to use the card side. So I'm going to store those to the side of my desk where I've got my envelopes because they would be useful for, you know, again, backing tags and things like that. So I'm just going to pop them into there. Got buttons, that can go in my buttons section of my organiser there on my desk. Going to get rid of those. Got that for cutting. This for my ephemera box beside me. Again, that, in fact, I can put that in my collage box. This, I mean, I've got these, obviously, which I was obviously hanging on to, so I could do something with those. This is some scrapbook paper. Again, could use this for collage now. So getting to the end of the pile now. Okay, so I've got these couple of bits and bobs here. Just put those in there. That was a pocket that I was trying out, obviously, a while ago. Just pop that to one side. Another one of those card blanks. So again, just put that to the side of me. Some more scraps of paper, more things for cutting. Another sort of unfinished tag, another thing for cutting, another thing for cutting. Some kind of paper scraps. These are my words, so I might just tear these out and put them into my words section in my organiser. So I'll just put that one there, and that one there, and then this here. I'll just tear that down. Okay, so just sorted those out. That one again, and they're actually a little bit long to go in that organiser neatly, but never mind. Right. Oh, some lace. So again, put that on my pile that's here to the side. Oh, more things for cutting, more acetate, which I have stamped on. They just need cutting out. So I have a lot of cutting to do now. More cutting. Wow, I do have a lot of cutting, don't I? This is one of those CD case things. Get rid of that. Cutting, cutting, cutting. More cutting. Wow. This must be the leftover from my Christmas kit, which I used last year to create my Christmas journal. So, yep, I'll just pop that down to the side. Oops, I just banged my head. Right, this is some like fly sheet from a book, but it's quite thick, so I'd obviously kept hold of that to be able to make some pieces from. So again, I'm going to pop that to the side, and then what we're going to do is try and get using some of this stuff, I think, because otherwise I'm going to be drowning in things now I've pulled it all out. So these are some printables that I have been working on. They're not quite complete yet, so yeah, I need to kind of play around with those. Right, so we just have this little lonely piece of paper I'm just going to put in there. So we've got quite a bit of progress made. Oops. And yeah, this was where I've experimented around stamping on oilcloth. Kind of okay. I'm not that keen on it, to be honest. So yeah, I know it's a bit wasteful, but I'm going to bin that. And this is just a little fabric heart, so I might just leave that in there. Right, okay. These bits I might put in my ephemera box. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better now, so I can now fit this under my drawers, which is fantastic. Way, yeah. Okay. So yeah, making a bit of progress now, which feels really nice. Okay. And then these bits here, all of these fabric, like remnants really. What I'm going to do is in my cupboard beside me, I have got the wooden drawers from IKEA. The set of like six of the wooden drawers. Now they're quite tiny, so I'm not going to fit a great deal in each one, but obviously I've got quite a few of them. So I'm going to just take a couple of the drawers and fill them with my little fabric scraps. But I think what we might do is come back and do some lace snippet rolls, because that will then, you know, be a really good way to clear some of this stuff. So these drawers here, so that one now can go back in, and what I'll do is probably just label that, oops, when I get round to it. So that just can go in there, and then, oops, and then I can just fill another one with the rest of these. So like that. And then that just gets them, you know, tidies them up, gets them out of my way, and, you know, out of that drawer. So now I've got better use of the drawers. So I'm just going to spin you round and show you the drawers. Okay, so this is my lace drawer now. Obviously there's something in there that's a bit tall and it's kind of dragging the other drawer down, but wow, what an awesome drawer. It's probably my favourite drawer. But yeah, they'll be really nice and handy to be able to just pull these laces out and things, you know, as and when I need them. So yeah, really kind of good job done, I think. So yeah, I think that's probably kind of it for today, because, you know, I don't want to go too mad. I'll be fussy cutting for years if I pull anything else out that needs cutting. So yeah, I hope that you got some ideas, or just felt better about yourself because your space isn't as messy as mine. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me again soon. Thanks then. Bye.